Hello everybody, today is October 3rd. It's 4 p.m. and it's 69 degrees, so yeah. I think it's really cooler than that. No, it's 68, but I think it's 62. I think because my car's been sitting in the sun. I haven't gone anywhere today and I have to get gas when I'm on my way home. I have to go a check, see if somebody's okay. So, yeah. God. Oh, Lord. Tummy hurts, too. I just had, like, a hot dog about, I was going to have steak tonight, but I was really hungry. And I just had, like, one piece of bread. I haven't, okay, today, I wasn't really feeling 1,000%. I think because I just started the intermittent fasting. And when you start, it kind of throws you off a little bit. And, I don't know. Kind of feeling kind of ill today. So, not that I ate anything particularly wrong. I had French toast this morning, but made with keto bread. So that was okay. And I didn't even eat all that. And I had made 3 pieces of bacon, but I only ate 1. So probably they're kind of low. Then I had, oh God, what I had? I had some pistachios around 12:30. I probably had a serving and a half. So that's probably about 7 carbs. And then I had like this nut mixture I have, and then I might have had around 3. So let's say 10. Let's say I might have had, let's say 15 carbs, 20 maybe, best. So I'm really right around my goal, but not feeling great today. Feeling kind of upset stomach. I was gonna go walking, and I don't know. I just didn't feel like it. I felt really like, although today really isn't the day that I chose. I said Monday, well, Sunday, then Tuesday, then Thursday, then Saturday, then every other day. I work myself up to it because I'm not gonna do too much and then burn out on it and say, well, I don't want to do it. And I was gonna go to a meeting too. A GA meeting, but I'll be honest with you, I really don't want to do that. GA was great when I needed it, and some of you all might agree, and probably more will disagree. I think I see a car down there. Will probably more disagree with me, but GA brings up a whole lot of bad memories that I've dealt with and I've moved on. Now, I've not gambled in like 7 years. Okay, at one time, I always thought GA would be something I wanted to do forever. Because it not only works on the problems that you have before, but it works at the problems you have now. But kinda, you ruminate. And I don't want to go back and tell that story again. I don't want to tell my gambling story to a bunch of people who, and all this. Because I'm over that. I'm not gambling free, don't get me wrong. I mean, I am gambling free, but you're never free of it because you could easily slip back into it. But I haven't. And I feel pretty secure in my thinking. I don't want any negativity to seep into remembering back when. And here's another thing. Now, this might sound superficial, kind of immature, and maybe even kind of make an excuse. But this is one of the reasons. Around these meetings is food. Okay. And, I've gotten away from cakes, cookies, candies, and and I don't partake in that. I don't have it in my home. not 90. Let's see, there's a big park where they do have desserts. And if you don't take some, you're kind of like, listen, why are you taking this? Oh, you can have a little bit. No, I can't. I can't. And I don't want to. And again, I don't feel like telling that story from 7 years ago, 8 years ago, going on 8 years now, where how bad it was. That's something I choose to forget. You know, I choose to say, okay, I lived it, I did it, I don't do it no more, you know, and I've never really felt, when I went there, a closest to any one body there. I mean, I would talk and go there and I'd talk. I'd get what I needed out to get away from that gambling addiction. Believe me, I mean, it's easy to come back. I know that. You know, all it takes is one bet. And, you know, I play games online. I don't gamble, but I play games online. And that's okay, as long as I don't gamble, you know. And I don't, you know. But I've never gone to a casino. I have everything set up where I can't go to a casino because I have myself on a self-exclusion list. I choose not to go to jail, thank you. I don't play lottery. I don't take, you know, I don't buy raffle tickets. I don't do any of that stuff because I know where they can take me to. But going there and somebody telling me, even gives me like, makes me hyperventilate, telling me you're just one bet away from going back out. I know that. But here's the thing. Look, my mind ain't in the same spot as it was 7, 8 years ago. I don't have the same money. I don't have access to money like I used to. I have bigger and better things I want in life. Back then, GA was everything to me. It was my lifeblood. It was, you know, there was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's where I needed to be. And I thank God for it. You know, if not, I would be still at that casino right now. You know, I wouldn't have money in my account. I wouldn't have, you know, money to spend when I need to. I wouldn't be able to do things like back then I had more financial people helping me. Let's just say that. I worked a lot of the time and, you know, I had savings. Now, I pay my bills, I have a little savings, but nothing so great to say, ooh, I could afford this. No, I can't. Because I know what it's like not to be able to pay your bills. I know what it's like to say, okay, you know, I'm gonna buy cat food. Even back then, I didn't spend as much money on pet care as I spend now. Just today, I got $130 worth of pet food in the mail from Chewy. $130. Back then, I would have been spending $130 plus $170 at the casino in one day. That's $300. Okay. So I can't risk that. And I know how hard it was when I would screw things up. And I no longer want to cross that road. But I know it's there if I need it. But I don't know. It just feels like, you know, they hammer it into you, you know, and I appreciate what I got out of it. But I don't need that, like, I don't want to remember all that. Because it wasn't a good time in my life. It wasn't, I mean, maybe when I was going and I was fighting my serenity against gambling and I was, you know, I was like new to it. And yeah, I would go to meeting to meeting to meeting. I'd go from Hammond to Chicago. I would go all over, you know, 6 days a week, sometimes 7, just to get there, sometimes twice a day, because I needed to get away from it. It was there for me. But I don't feel that temptation now. I don't want to go back down a road I've rode down before so many times and start telling that story. And because everybody comes in, you're supposed to tell your story, how you started gambling. Hell, the story now would probably be so different because it's been so many years now, and my reflections are not what I did, but how I began. And as a little kid when the lottery started, man, I was like, "Ooh, Mom, can I get a lottery ticket?" I was always a chance taker, always, and even to this day, I guess I've taken chances. I take a chance on my diet. This is gonna work. And so far, so good. But I just don't want to bring any negativity into my life. Just that backward memories of what was and how it could be. And I know it sounds so crazy to say that, but it's like, I don't know, it feels like you're staying stagnant in a place and not moving forward. Okay, of course you never really heal from it. I know everything about that. I've been to seminars, I've been to all of this. I would go to all these things, okay? And I know that yellow book forwards and backwards, okay? But the thing is, and I find some of the lifers that are there forever, maybe they find that bond of friendship. I never really found it there. I found, there were people I liked more than some of the other ones. But at the end of the day, after the healing I had and the support and everything, I felt like it was a meeting, like a friendship thing. And for some reason, I didn't feel like I fit in anywhere there. Maybe I was more manic and I was a little off then. I could have been. Now I'm kind of like, just leave me alone. I'm good. And so, but I did think about it today because I seen a lady that was my sponsor. And she told me about it. And she says, you should come back. And I asked where it was, and I know exactly where I've been to that place times and times again. And, I'm like, well, let me think about it. I said, I told her I'd come, and I said, but I don't know when. I said, things are going on right now. And, I know the rule is nothing's ever more important than your serenity and your healing, and not to gamble another day, because there's 3 roads into recovery. There is into your relapse, prison, insanity, or death. And the 2 I've seen. I've seen somebody go to prison, and I have seen somebody kill themselves. Not personally with my own eyes, but it happened because of gambling. Again, I think when that happens, there's a whole lot of other problems going on. Could be wrong. I could be delusional and need to be right there tomorrow. But I don't know. I don't know how I really feel about it. I feel like, is that where I want to go? And I feel so apprehensive about it because, the people they were nice to me. Don't get me wrong. I could mention like 4 people that I really, really liked. I could mention 4 that I didn't really like. One I would avoid like the plague because I thought he was a weirdo. He was. But, it's just one of those things. So that's what I was going to do today, but I didn't do it because I don't know. I just didn't want to. I'm going to just keep it real 100%. I just didn't want to. I really did not feel like, why didn't you come back? Well, first of all, to be honest with you, I didn't want to do Zoom meetings. I hate Zoom meetings. I don't like Zoom meetings. I don't like Zoom meetings. I never would do Zoom meetings with my my doctor, my psychiatrist. I always had bad experiences with Zoom meetings. It's one of the reasons I stopped her, because I told her I don't do Zoom meetings. Online to me, no, I don't do Zoom. And you might say, well, Pam, you go online every day. You go online every single day. And, well, not a single day, but, you go online quite often live. And it's just probably about the same thing as it is. But I always felt like when you go online with a doctor on a Zoom meeting, well, this is me. Okay, remember, I have some stinking thinking and crazy ideas. My psychiatrist could set a little timer and know, hey, okay, it's time to cut you off. But I knew my psychiatrist was making $175 in, each visit I came there. Oh yeah, $175, probably more now. And she would cut you off like right. I could look at the thing and say, okay, my 15 minutes is up. And so a couple times I did it, and then last night I said, I don't want to do this. I told her I don't want to do Zoom meetings. I said, I want to come into your office. Well, I can't. I said, everybody else has office visits. Why can't you? Well, the distance. I said, no, I don't buy that. Well, then she wanted me to go to what's it called? Like I went to IOP, which I loved IOPs. But I said to her, well, if you want me to go to an IOP meeting, that's a group of people in a room, and I can't be in a room with you. Well, that's kind of hypocritical, ain't it? Of course, she didn't have an answer for that, because she always said I was too smart. I always looked at things in a different way, and I do. So I quit her. I said, you know what, I just can't come here no more, because I can't. And plus, she wanted to stop. She wouldn't give me an alternate medicine to lithium. I wanted to take something else. I told her I didn't like it. It was making me fat again. It was giving me weird feelings. I felt numb, and I didn't want to take the medicine. And I don't take it now, 100%. But I've never gone off on anybody on YouTube because I don't take lithium. Because I know when I'm going off, I get the hell away from my computer. I sit in my house and I wait for that moment to pass. I'm very well controlled not eating sugar. It really makes a difference in my life. Do I miss this? But not that much. But, that's what went on with me today. But I don't feel good. I really don't. I feel kind of dehydrated. So I think what I'm going to do, I don't think I'm going to eat anymore today. I really don't. I think I've kind of pushed it to the limit of how far I'm going to eat today. I had the hot dog, and that was just about enough. And I might be going into keto and ketosis, which I don't want to push it out, even though eating steak wouldn't hurt anything. But I don't want to mess with anything more. I just don't feel hungry. And that's the wonderful thing about ketosis. When you get into ketosis, you're not really hungry. Really not. It takes away all those cravings, but you don't feel really good in the very beginning. You get keto flu. It's real. I've experienced it several times. Because I go in and out of keto. I do. I'll be real. I sometimes go over my 30 carbs, or, they say you can go 50, but I don't believe it. I could feel my mouth is dry, so I know I'm kind of dehydrated. But I think what I'm going to do when I get home, when all this is over, I'm going to go home, I'm going to take the dog out. And I haven't seen that dog. I've heard the dog out in the yard, and I kind of could see in their fence, because they got all these holes in their fence. So when I walk by, I can see. And I think they have the dog tied up. Like I told her, I said, tie your dog up. I said, if you can't fix your fence, tie your dog up. I said, it's the only fair thing to do. They might not believe it, but I don't care. It's true. You can't let your Hercules is pretty damn strong. Hercules go after that dog. I told that lady that. You know, I told my neighbor, I said, look, it's not your dog, it's mine. I don't want my dog to hurt your dog. That's just definitely not me. I am not about animals hurting each other. I said, I'm trying to protect your dog from my dog. Because your dog's a sweet dog. My dog is kind of spicy. And Hercules doesn't like anybody in his yard. And I told her, by all rights, Hercules is right. This is his yard, and this is my house, and I should be able to say, no, I don't want your dog in my yard, because I can't go out without worried about hitting your dog. I don't want to hit your dog. You know, what am I going to do? Wait until the dog decides to leave? He never leaves. As he doesn't listen. He's a sweet dog, but he don't listen. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to you. You know, so you got to do what you got to do. So no, I don't feel guilty. I feel like they should get him a tie out where he could run the length of the yard or something, but, or maybe, you know, do something, fix that damn fence. Got that man sitting there. I don't know if he works or if he doesn't, but shit, fix that damn fence. It's just a raggedy fence. They had another dog named Nala that used to live there, and Nala used to get out. Nala was a pit bull. Now, Nala was a female too. And I was kind of glad when they moved. Nala wasn't mean, but I didn't trust her. I'm scared of pit bulls. I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't hurt one. But I don't have one either. You know, I would never hurt one. I used to give them treats, but I wasn't about to have a pit bull as a pet. But anyways, I gotta go. Y'all take care and be safe, and talk to you later. Bye.